Welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at doing this example here using Inventor. We're going to also be using the hole command, as you can see, since we have multiple holes on here. We're going to take a look at doing some circular patterns, and we're going to go ahead and put some fillets on the corner. So let's go ahead and jump over to Inventor and get started. Alright, so here in Inventor, what I'm going to do is I'll click the new icon here. Give it a second. We are in the metric. We're going to use the standard millimeter. I'll go ahead and hit the create button, and then we'll give it an opportunity for Inventor to load up. So at this time, I'll go ahead and thank you for tuning in to another one of these videos and watching with me. Leave me a comment if there's something that you would like to see me do in the future, or if you don't understand anything. Alright. So it's already loaded up for us. We're going to go ahead and start off by creating a sketch here. And then I'll go ahead and click on the XY plane. Alright, so this is going to be something that is different. So if you saw me create this one using SolidWorks, SolidWorks has a command called a midpoint line that you can use. This program, we do not have that option. So there's not one line that I can draw and then create something from it. Here in Inventor, I have to create the exact profile. So I'm going to create a rectangle, but I'm going to use this center point rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and click here, and then I'll go ahead and create the side profile of this rectangle. Let's go ahead and put some dimensions on it. So I'm just going to use the shortcuts. I'll simply type in D, or you can go ahead and select this icon here at the top. Let's go ahead and click here, and then the overall height of this is going to be 50. Okay, let's zoom back a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and make the, that's going to be a repeat dimension. I need to get the thickness, which is up here at the top. It's going to be 7. Now, I do have one other option. I could have made this in. If it's some straight part like this, we can always use sheet metal, but we're going to concentrate on doing some 3D modeling on this one just the regular way. Go ahead and hit the finish sketch icon here. Then we're going to take a look at doing an extrusion. We're going to tell it the distance, which the overall length here will be 120. And then I'm just going to go ahead and send that symmetric. Let's go ahead and hit the OK button. Next, let's go ahead and select this face, and then I'll select the icon with the green plus. I'll do that same rectangle that I did again, which is a center point rectangle. And I'm doing this one because this object is very symmetrical, so I can go ahead and get away with creating this by using a symmetric basic rectangle here. Let's go ahead and zoom out a hair. Let's go ahead and put some dimensions on this. We have a dimension sitting here that is located at 30. And then this dimension that is located here. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of math on this one, but I think it comes out to be 100. Okay. Now I can check and make sure that some of these other dimensions are here. I can go ahead and specify a reference dimension on here. So I can select this dimension, click here, and then click here. And when I place that dimension, it's going to go ahead and kick me an error. But if I hit the accept button, it's going to put it in parentheses saying that, hey, that's a reference dimension. All that means is that it's not driving this by any shape or the imagination, but it's there just strictly as a reference, as well as this one. All right, so that's just some basic stuff that we can put on this drawing just to kind of give us some more visual aids. So if you're kind of happy with that, meaning that if this number changes in the future to 20, you'll see that I can automatically take a look at this number and say, okay, that's 15 at the bottom. But in our case, we're going to go ahead and set that back to 30. I usually like to select this rectangle, and then I'll make it construction. All right, so from here, I'll go ahead and put these points on the end here. So let's go to the point command and go ahead and place them on each one of these endpoints. Now that represents my holes that are going around this shape here. Let's go ahead and place this one right here in the middle as well. Oh, I accidentally placed an extra one here. Let's just go ahead and delete that one. Next, I'm going to make a line that goes straight across here, and I'm going to use that line also for another circle or a couple of circles that I need to create. So I'll go ahead and create a line, and then I'm going to place it right here. Now we have to do a little bit more math. And we're going to take that number, which is 86, and then we're going to subtract the 34. And that should give me a distance of 52. So I'll go to the dimension command here, place it, give it its overall length, which is going to be 52. And then I need to place this one at that location. So I'll use the coincidence, go find the midpoint, and place it right at that point. Let's go ahead and put those points on the end of it. Okay. Once I do that, I'll just escape out of the command. I'll select this line, do a right click, and then I'll make it construction. And then let's go ahead and place those points there at the end of that line. Oh, they're already there. Okay. I'm kind of moving through some steps here. Looks like I got another extra point out here to the side. All right, so now we have all of our points located, and you can see that I have points located here, here, and here, as well as at the end points of my rectangle here. So let's go ahead and finish this sketch. Now I'm going to make sure that I don't have it selected, but I'll go to the hole command, and you can see that it does light these holes up. Now, if I don't want some of these holes to appear, you can hold down the shift button here, and then I can start deselecting some of these holes, right? If I want to add some of these holes back, release that shift button and just go ahead and select these points. Now these circles are going to have a radius, or sorry, a diameter of 10. So I'm going to go ahead and specify it as 10, and you've seen all the other options I have. I'll bring that dialog box back open just so you can take a look at it again. Let's go ahead and hit the edit feature. All right. So you can see that these are the holes that I have selected. I have a diameter of 10, and it's going through all. Okay. Now I need to go ahead and place that other circle that's sitting right here in the middle. And I also have and I forgot to add it on here, is a concentric circle that's going to go all the way around this. So let's go back to that sketch here. Then I'm just going to select it here, and I'll do a right click and go to Edit Sketch. Give it a second, it should rotate around. We do have this circle here located. I need to put a point somewhere above it, so I'll just go ahead and create a circle from this center. And then I'll place it here. We're going to go ahead and put the diameter of this one on, so let's go ahead and throw a dimension that has a diameter of 35. I'm going to place a point on this circle here, so I'll click here, escape. And now I have to figure out a way to line these up, right? So I'm going to try the vertical one first. I get the yellow dotted lines going up and down. So that lets me know that if I select that point and that point, they will be vertical of each other. Let's go ahead and select this circle again. Do a right click, make it construction. And this should be all that I need to finish this, right? So let's go ahead and finish this sketch. I'm going to right click on this sketch, and then I'm going to turn the visibility on. We're going to go back to the hole command. You can see that it's selecting both of these. I'll hold down the shift button. Let's kind of drag this dialog box to the side. I'm going to deselect the top one. And then this inside one is going to have a radius. And I keep saying radius, a diameter of 12, right? Now, I do have another option here. As I keep going through this, I can add another circle just by selecting this plus here. So if I hit the apply button, it's going to create that hole. And then it's going to say, hey, you're ready to create the next one. From here, I'm going to change this hole diameter to 3. Okay. And now I have all of my holes here created. The only problem with doing it that way is that now when I create this circle here, you can see that it did. Okay. I just didn't realize that it did separate all of those. So it's one of those neat features that you can keep going and keep adding these holes as we keep going. Last step, well, next to last step we need to do is go ahead and do a circular pattern. So I'm going to select the feature first, which is going to be hole number 3. I'll select this arrow, and then it's saying, give me a concentric reference or something to go around. Now I can use the Z-axis, or we can simply select this circle on the inside of here, and then it can figure out the axis of that, and now it'll count out and show you the rest of those holes that'll be created. Let's go ahead and hit the OK button. Then we'll take a look at Fillet. We're going to put a radius of 10. And then we're going to place them at each one of these corners. I'm just going to rotate this to the side. By doing that, everything looks good. Let's go ahead and hit the OK button. Underneath our sketch 1, or it should be under our whole one. Do a right click on this one. Let's turn the visibility back off. Let's take a look at it, and then we're going to take a look at it here in an isometric view, right? All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this video or this quick demonstration of how to create this example using Inventor, right? So if this is something that you like, please by all means hit the subscribe button. This is your first time here, and thank you for watching. See you next video.